And welcome back to Purple Sector, or are we back? We have potential rain and lightning on Sunday for the race in Miami, which has a history of weather. What are we thinking?
Well, if we don't have drivers in jail for tax evasion or getting caught in a prostitution sting, it might be weather that cancels our race. Um, I don't know. We're gonna get the sprint. Really crossing my fingers we don't have a canceled race because of weather, because that would really suck after 5 weeks.
That would suck. And then there's a 2 week break following.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
three
that'd be
technically three
so we'd
weeks,
have
2 weeks off. Yeah,
so we'd have 2 months of no F1, which I feel like we have a
brutal.
super long waiting period for the season to start because it doesn't even feel like it started yet, to be honest.
No, it's just the preseason. Now we get the real cars with the new regs that have been updated, but they haven't really been upgraded.
It's just confusion, is all it is.
Well, they made a big hoopla about it, and so they changed the amount of recharge, but they just made it the same as it was in Japan, and so I think um, they changed something with the deployment and the timing, and I think the whole idea is that they're going to spend less time recharging, and so therefore it minimizes the risk. But I did see a rumor that they're looking at next year maybe going to a 75-25 split instead,
I think
which
that would
I think would be better.
be a big change. Yeah, it's like changes to super clipping, recharge. The deployment was sounded like less. I think less areas that they get the deployment, which is supposed to help with safety. Basically, everything that they did just sounds like we're going to get slower, which is
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate.
I don't need to be setting record lap times if the racing is decent.
Yeah,
Um,
we're already not
I
setting
think the
record lap
novelty,
times.
yeah, the novelty of the reg set and the Mario Kart back and forth yo-yoing, I think everyone has worn thin of that, and we just want something reliable now and safe.
Safe, reliable, and the Ferrari type entertainment we had the first two races, but not just Ferrari. We want everyone in it.
Right.
Like I'll watch a
Yeah.
midfield battle the entire race if it's good. That's fine. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that's more feisty when you get teams scrapping for that last
Oh
point.
yeah, 1 point, baby. Yeah, it's feisty when you have Lawson fighting Checo for like 17th place in Mexico. You know, it doesn't matter where it's at. Just make it feisty. And don't send Behrman to the wall at 400 miles an hour.
That was nuts.
Yeah. Well, big break going to Miami. Lots of teams are claiming whole new car. Red Bull's like, we got the Macarena wing.
Are we
We're,
going to see it though?
yeah, Ferrari has it, but weren't bold enough to use it. Red Bull might be bold enough to use it. I doubt it, but if a team will
Well,
just be like, hey, we're going to use the upside down wing, I could see them doing it.
so I think the advantage is clear on the straight, but the reason Ferrari hasn't run it, what I've seen, is that it was causing them to be unstable under braking because it doesn't rotate back quick enough. So they've
Yeah.
been missing downforce on their turn in. So I think that Red Bull, does it spin the other way? I was trying to
There's
determine this in
rotates
videos. I think
other
there's flips. Yeah.
rotates the other
So
way,
they
and
might get more.
I think their hydraulics or whatever they use to flip it is actually more efficient too. So I think their reverse time is quicker or back to normal positioning. So they might use it.
I'd be excited to see it, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it's another one of those things that they ran in testing, but it needs a little bit more time in the oven.
They could
You know,
they
it's
could run
taken
it in the
Ferrari
sprint.
3 races. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why
Maybe.
not?
We'll see. I think it's also weather dependent too. Like if we're getting wet, rainy weather, you're going to want that downforce. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. A lot of big teams, McLaren, right? Andrea Stella came out and said they're basically bringing a whole new car.
Yeah.
So I think the order's going to get shaken up here a little bit.
Yeah. It sounds like all the top teams for the most part are having a brand new car, except for maybe Merc, or we'll say top, 4 teams. We about a week ago we saw minimal pictures of Red Bull testing. They had Max at Silverstone right after his endurance racing, with a few pictures of side pods, wing change. So they're definitely bringing a lot of air updates. What else do we have? Reduce
Well, I think
weight.
they're trying to shed a lot of weight too, and I think that's all part of the same package.
Yeah,
How
because
can they?
aero and chassis is like their biggest problem. Oh, the weight, but they're
Yeah,
aero and chassis. I think where they place this weekend, I don't think it's really going to change. I'd probably put, unfortunately, my team in fourth. I think for Ferrari's maybe going to stay the same, but I honestly think, I don't know your opinion on it. McLaren bringing a whole new car is probably promising for them.
I mean, it's gonna be for me. It's dependent on if the Ferrari upgrades are better than the McLaren upgrades. I still think Mercedes is top dog until proven otherwise. They just seem to have it all figured out, and it felt like they had something in their back pocket that they were sitting on and just pulled it out when they needed it. But if Ferrari's good and McLaren's good, I'd love to see a fight for the podium. I mean, we saw that a little bit in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Oscar. So he's got the pace. I just want to see it happen, not interrupted by a safety car.
Yeah, I forgot Oscar. He had a great race start, good quality. So, and he still has only had the one race. We don't. I love Oscar.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to bring it this year, but he's an unfortunate
What
start.
are we, almost 2 months into the season and Oscar's raced one time?
Yeah, one time.
A sprint and one race.
There's some. I know Alpine's bringing minor upgrades. Haas is bringing minor upgrades. Alpine's looked decent, Gasly's looked decent. So, I mean, he's been up there, fighting for sixth, basically, with Max.
Yeah, I mean, Colapinto hasn't been terrible either. He had some bad luck, had some incidents in China. He didn't quite have the pace in Japan, but I wonder, do you think Red Bull's upgrades are enough to give him a leg up where Max isn't spending 3/4 of the race just chasing Gasly? Is he going to get ahead of him now?
I would hope so. I think for the sake of the future of the star driver of F1, they need to be. I think we still might get maybe some spice there, but if anything, I think we might see Behrman, Gasly fighting more if Red Bull does get their package correct. And ideally, we see Hadjar up there because his qualifying times were good, but once you hit the race, you can see Max outclasses most people, obviously, and can move through the field quick. But I think Behrman, Gasly would be really exciting, or all three.
I think that best of the rest battle is going to be fun. I think we're going to get Alpine and Haas and Audi and VCarb kind of throwing elbows. It definitely feels like Williams, Aston Martin, Cadillac are kind of those bottom three teams. They've got some room to grow. But those 4 teams kind of in the middle chunk, I think that's where the fight is right now. Maybe we get that fight for the podium, but
it'd be great to chunk the top teams
right there,
and then chunk that middle section.
Yeah.
And you got very close battles like top 3-4 teams, and then very close battles like middle 3, and we'll kind of see where I feel like Red Bull is that 4th team. So they're either going to be like top of the middle class and there's going to be a gap, or they're going to be fighting up there with McLaren and Ferrari.
Yeah,
and Red Bull fan, I hope they're up there with McLaren and Ferrari, but who knows?
Yeah, my gut is that Red Bull is still a little bit behind, and so I think your P4 is about right, but I hope it's closer. Yeah, time will tell.
It'll be interesting going into a sprint weekend with minimal practice time.
Well, did you see? That's the other news is so they only have the one free practice session, but they're extending it by 30 minutes because of the new regulation updates. So we're going to get 90 minutes of FP1 before sprint quali, which has me foaming at the mouth for Friday. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. we'll obviously do another video before that for some closer predictions and news. But
Well, I
ready.
want to do a deep dive into is Red Bull crumbling? We got all these folks leaving.
Dude, my heart is slowly leaving my body. Um, I
We don't need to get into it today,
I don't
but
know, I could cry, dude.
I
It's
think,
crazy.
yeah,
Max might go to
it's.
McLaren. It's
I
set up
kind of don't want
correctly.
it to. I'm kind of happy with Lando and
I
Oscar,
don't like
but
Zach Brown enough for him to go to McLaren. That'd piss me off.
I haven't read into it much. But there's some drama with Zach Brown right now.
No,
I think there was something.
I haven't heard anything
Danica
about it.
Patrick and Zach Brown. I saw something. I don't know. I haven't fact checked it.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
So before we get into quick race predictions, we can only go so deep into this since we've seen no practice in 5 weeks. Just a shout out to Cadillac trying a little bit with the livery. I said on our livery episode that like, where's the America in your Cadillac car? And they're bringing a little bit for Miami. They got the USA colors in the back on the rear wing, little stars and stripes. Still the black and white, but at least they brought a little bit of, hey, we're a US team.
There's some solid details and nice touches there, but I think this is going to be another one of those ones where it looks really good on social media and then it gets on track and it just looks like the normal car.
It's going to be a blur, dude.
But it's cool. I think it's an improvement.
I think it should be their standard livery. I don't think it's a special one.
Agreed.
Yeah. I haven't seen. Have they released any other liveries? I haven't seen anything pop up.
No, I don't think we have. I mean, McLaren is coming out with their 1000th race drop, their merch drop. But because of the canceled races, I think they've only done like 996 or something like that. Oh. So it's not even their 1000th race, but they're just doing it anyway.
We had this set for merchandising. We must do
it. I mean, people are going to buy it regardless. It doesn't matter. It's just kind of funny. But I don't know. I am really curious about Aston and Williams. I think Cadillac is still, for me, the bottom team. They're going to work on it. They're bringing a big aero package. I'm just going to let judgment stand until we see that car on track for an improvement.
Yeah.
Austin's saying they're working on a engine reliability upgrade and some aero bits. I doubt that they've solved this vibration issue, but if Williams can't get their head wrapped around this weight, the weight of the car, maybe we can get a little action at the back of the pack too.
Yeah, I mean, Williams is just weight. From my understanding, it's really affecting them. I don't even think it's fair to say we know how their car performs. It's so heavy. Aston obviously was a mess, so it'll be interesting to see who kind of one-ups each other. I think Williams was just doing better, but they all, I mean, for lack of a better term, were ass back there. So there's nothing.
And there's quite a few teams that they're bringing a fairly large upgrade package, but it's going to be split between Miami and Canada. And just because a team's bringing an upgrade package doesn't mean that upgrade package is going to work. We saw that in previous seasons, right? Where a team brings an upgrade and then they realize like, oh, well, that was sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, right? and even teams like Red Bull, where it's like, okay, we reverted back to the old floor spec because that one didn't work. So it's really easy to get caught up in like, oh yeah, all these upgrades are coming and they're going to be so much better. Yeah. But until we see lap times, who really knows?
And some of their packages that the teams have to bring a package, get it approved. It might not even, the fan base might not know that, like, hey, they're not actually looking for like a major performance package here. There might be just almost strictly testing something like,
or it's circuit specific, like, hey, we need a Monza spec wing, right? Or something like that. This sounds like this was a pretty big undertaking, right? Like they had a good chunk of time for development of this package and to bring it there, but they still had to ship it all the way here, which was a big deal.
FedEx overnight. Come on. We do to work all the time. I need it there by 4 a.m. tomorrow. It's fine.
I was going to say FedEx would sponsor them, but I think they do DHL. I think that's a trackside sponsor usually. Yeah. I was going to say worldwide, and then I thought about prestige worldwide, worldwide. Step Bros.
All right, we're gonna get way off base here.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do a couple early predictions of what did it get on Thursday.
Um, my homer pick, Lando podium.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Miami's his track. McLaren's bringing upgrades. We might get some weather. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Lando podium.
I'm gonna have a homer pick too. Heavy weather, but no cancellation. Max podium.
That would be exciting. That's the kind of thing that F1 needs right now, frankly, for its PR.
I'm getting the Brazil 2024 chills right now. I'm ready.
Don't get too excited. That's a high caliber race.
He can do it. It's possible.
Can the car do it? That's the question.
I don't know. But in a heavy rain race, if Lando starts in the front and Max is in the back, Lando gets scared.
Don't make me mad.
I'll bring up the radio messages. He's scared.
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Where's Max? Where's Max? Lap 5, where's Max? He's already moved up 7 places. Oh, shit. I knew it.
It's just called situational awareness. That's all that is.
It's called shitting in your pants.
Shitting bricks. It's easy to forget that we haven't seen these cars in the wet, though. Oscar DNF'd on an outlap because of the torque, and that was in dry weather. So we have not seen these, 50% battery torque beasts in the rain. We might see some shenanigans.
Oscar on outlap. Max's car had a glitch going into turn 1 on quali. People can't get the wheels turning on race starts. It's probably still going to be chaos. So.
Yeah. Well, isn't there something in the new upgrades about like a sensor that dictates if you have low power, then it gives you boost on launch to try to minimize the slow starts?
With it, like the regulation changes and stuff really weren't super clear for someone that doesn't understand all the tidbits of how these cars work.
Yeah,
which
how many megajoules and kilowatts.
I don't have the engineering background to do that, but I do know there's something that involved sensors for making sure everyone can get their wheels turning, basically. We'll see how it works. I mean, who knows? But we'll find out. I think the sprint will be great info, so we get, know what to expect on Sunday at least.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a spicy weekend. I think FP1 is going to get really interesting. I predict that that's going to start real slow and teams are going to slowly work up to the limit. But I think the end of FP1, we're going to see some teams pushing, getting ready for quali.
The last 20 minutes of that bonus time is just going to be teams will be sending it. I'm sure we'll probably have someone bin it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Corners in Miami that's pretty easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And on that, we'll see you on Thursday.